Hi.
Cool. All right. Hello, everyone. Lindsay
Gosh.
and I are so pumped. Go ahead, Lindsay. I was cutting you off.
No, I was going through and looking at everyone's outfits, and I'm like, you guys, some of you guys are amazing. You guys like went all out.
How many of
I
you?
love this.
How many of you are loving
I have
Spirit
like
Week?
5.
So fun. Okay, so Lindsay and I are super excited tonight because we're going to talk to you about posting. This is something that I know a lot of people struggle with, especially in the beginning, because it's a little bit like intimidating. It's like, I don't know what to post. I don't know how to post. I don't know when to post, all of those things. And I'm just super excited for Lindsay and I to just really pour into you guys and just show you how we post, all of our best tips for posting, all of that stuff. So Lindsay, if you want to go ahead and just share when to post and all of that, and then we'll move on. So let me do this. Cool. Go ahead and share when to post.
Okay, you guys, can you guys hear me okay?
You're good.
Good. Okay, awesome. Sometimes the internet likes to do its own thing. Okay, so I want you to think about the things that when you're going to post, the times that people are most active, or when you're on social media the most. Okay, so I like to space out my post. I try not to post more than 3 times a day. By doing that, my posts are all spaced out throughout the day. They're getting the most exposure that they can. So I like to do a morning post, afternoon post, and then an evening post. I know for some of you guys that might look a little different because your schedule might be a little bit different. So we're not going to say, oh, you have to post at 7 a.m. Oh, you have to post at noon. But I like to space them out like that. And it's super important because you don't want to put like a post and then 30 minutes later do another post, and then 30 minutes later do another post. So you want to post them out, spread them out, because with Facebook, the more like you post close together, your posts compete with each other. So you want to spread it out because whatever you're posting, you want the most amount of people to see each post. Okay. So like I said, I try not to do for the whole entire day, not just at works post. I'm talking when I post about anything 3 times a day. Oh, one other thing I was going to say, if you're like, I don't know when, like maybe I have the most people on, think about when you get on. But something I do is look at my Facebook Messenger and see how many people are active at different times of the day. You know, like I'm not going to go put a post up at 11:30 at night because a lot of people probably aren't going to be on social media checking it out. So, Courtney.
Yeah. So a couple other things with when to post. If you're someone that you kind of feel like you forget to post, when I started, a way that I triggered myself into posting is if I was eating breakfast, lunch, or dinner, I was like, oh shoot, I would post soon. I should post soon, because most of the time in breakfast, at lunch, or after dinner time is when people are scrolling their Facebook. So that's when I try to remember to post. And the only thing is just make sure you keep it at least an hour. Most likely Lindsay and I both follow 2 hours apart, just so that your posts, like Lindsay said, aren't competing with each other. Because if they are, then only one of them is going to get like views from your friends and everyone, like your audience on Facebook. So we want to talk about what to post, right? This is the hardest thing. It's kind of figuring out like, what the heck do we do, right? Like we're brand new. It's like I say, if you were working at Starbucks and someone was like, okay, go make this drink, you're gonna be like, I don't know how to make the drink. That's what we're here for, to show you how to post, what to post, so that you feel confident going into every day, knowing what to post and confident in it, okay? So the first thing that we want to talk about is, who is your audience? Okay. Who are you posting to? And the reason we're asking this, Lindsay and I post to 2 very different networks. I'm 25, a newlywed, no kids, and a fur mom. Okay. I have 2 pugs. That's all I got. So I post to a younger group. I post to newlyweds. I post to college girls. That's my network. Lindsay, who is currently frozen, posts to moms and people with kids and a different group. So you have to think of, who are you posting to? Okay. If Lindsay doesn't try to talk to an 18-year-old, just like I don't try to talk to a mom of 4, because I don't know what a mom of 4 is like. I don't know how to relate to that. Lindsay, I don't know what's going on with you, but I don't see you anymore. You're frozen. So hopefully you come back soon. So I'm just going to go into it. So the other thing that we want to talk about is, when you're posting, I want you to be genuine to you, okay? If you are a naturally funny person, it's okay to be funny. It's okay to post funny things, or, yeah, Lindsay does get super bad internet, so that's okay. Can you guys still see me? It says I'm gone. Okay, cool. So be genuine to who you are. Okay. If you're funny, be funny. If God is a super big part of your life, post about God. If you're obsessed with, we have 2 pugs, so I post about our pugs all the time. Be who you are. You don't need to be me. You don't need to be Lindsay. You don't need to be any other leader on this team to be successful, but you have to be you. That's who you have to be. Okay. Lindsay said she's back. Let me find you. Can you wave at me? Because I have to scroll through everyone. Sorry, y'all. You have to be you. That's the key to it. Lindsay, I don't see you. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. Okay, I found you now. Finally found you. Okay, so being genuine to who you are is very important, because if you're posting like me, or Lindsay is a very funny person. If you're posting like Lindsay, who posts funny things, and your natural friends and family are like, you would never say anything like that, or you would never post something like that. That is not you. Don't post that, because your people are going to know that that's not natural to you. Just like I went live doing my makeup, that's normal to me. If Lindsay went live to do her makeup, I think her Facebook would just about fall apart, because they would be like, what the heck are you doing? So just make sure you're genuine to who you are. Lindsay, I'm trying to unmute. I don't know if it's notifying you. But is there anything you want to add as far as who is your audience and being genuine to who you are?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep, you're good.
Cool. It was not showing that I was unmuted. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the biggest things, you guys, is I feel like, especially when you're new and you're wanting to, be successful, you're really, you almost try to be somebody else. And I feel like people really can tell when we're being genuine or not. And when you post something, and if it's something that you would usually post, or it's okay, I've never if I did makeup, like Courtney said, people would be like, I've literally never seen Lindsay put on any kind of makeup. This is really weird, so but for me to be sarcastic and kind of be a hot mess mom, people are like, yeah, that sounds like Lindsay. That's what she does. So really think about that as you're posting, because not only are you going to post about the product, not only are you going to post about the business, but you're going to post random things. So whether it's funny memes, positive quotes, pictures of you and your family, that's how it's going to tie in, so people get to know you. That's the whole point of the posting is, not only are we sharing what we love, these products, but also we're letting people connect with us. We're showing people that we're real people. And like Courtney said, you're going to attract the people that can relate to you. Courtney's probably most of the time not relating to moms, with a bunch of kids, even though I think she's great and we get along really good. Our audiences are much different, and I'm not really connecting with pretty 18-year-olds, even though Courtney's really pretty. And awesome, even though she probably doesn't think she's 18, but I feel like.
Okay.
So just think about that. Like I said, think about your audience and being true to yourself.
Super important. So one of the things that you want to post about every single day is your business, right? And I know if you just got started, you're like, I don't have a story to share, right? I don't know how to post for distributors. Don't worry. We're going to teach you all the things, all the tips and tricks. So the number one thing that I want to tell you with business posts, I'm going to share this on my screen, or share this to Zoom really quick, because this is super important. If you hear anything from our Zoom tonight, this is what I want you to hear. Anytime you post anything business related, about what the business opportunity can do for you, you need to post what's called an income disclosure. Is it sharing or is it not working? Can anyone shake your head if it's working or not?
It's spinning.
It's spinning. Good, good, good. Maybe it won't work. It was working. Okay, that's fine.
Technology is so awesome.
So fun. Okay, so just look at my picture. So here is what an income disclosure statement looks like, okay? You need to post this every single time that you're talking anything about money, anything about what this business has done for you, what it's done for anybody else, the freedom that it's given you, anything at all. You need to post it. On 2020 Vision Casters, there's a whole album with different income disclosure statements. So you can just go in there, grab one, and put it up. They are also in your eSuite under the document library, so that you have to put those up, okay? So With business posts, there are a couple different ways. Lindsay and I came up with 5 different options that you can kind of go through when you're like, okay, I need to make a business post. Here are some different ways you can do it. So one of the ways you can do it is do a past, present, and future. Okay. Here's what I want you to think of. Where did you come from? Where are you now? And where are you going? So let's talk about if we're thinking credit card debt. Okay. That's something that a lot of people struggle with. In the past, I've struggled with credit card debt, and it's always been something that's daunting me. Right now, I have hope that we'll be able to pay this off, and I know that in the future it will be gone. See what I did there? How I used to feel, how I feel now, and how I will feel in the future. So either past, present, future, or feel, felt, found. You can do that with a ton of different things, whether it's, I used to feel like I had no time, and now I'm starting to see that I will have time in the future, and I know one day I'll be able to quit my job and be able to do this, right? Do you see what I'm saying? What was it like before it works? What is it like right now? And what are you doing? What's it going to be like in the future? Okay. Lindsay, you want to talk about the next way you can post about the business?
Yeah, and something I want to say too is for some of you guys that just joined, you might be thinking, well, my life before it works is literally the same as it was 2 days ago because I just joined. And so something you can talk about is why you joined and then what you're already experiencing. Like I know some of my newer distributors will post and be like, I just joined this new business because I want to make an extra income to help pay the bills. So far, I've already met so many supportive girls. I have started using amazing products and I'm just so excited about everything that's coming. Okay. So just already talk about the things you're seeing, and it doesn't always have to be money. And cause I get it. Like, you like, I just signed up. Like, what do you mean? Like, how has it changed? Like, it's still the same. Talk about why you joined and then what you're already noticing. Okay. And whenever you're posting these, even the thing that Courtney just talked about, the past, present, future, do like a picture of yourself or even your family, you and your dog, and then the income disclosure every time. But those pictures of you are going to be eye-catching. People are going to be, as they're scrolling through, and I really wish we could screen share because we had some really great ideas to show you guys some things. But as they're scrolling, they're going to see your picture. They're going to stop and be like, oh, like she looks so pretty. And they're going to want to read what you wrote. And that's what it's going to start pulling people in. Okay. So that pictures are huge. But something that Courtney and I were talking about that we really love, and Courtney called them hook posts, which I kind of like that. It's just something short and simple. Okay. And with these, you wouldn't put a picture. So like, it would just be something short, simple, and with a color background. And like Courtney's got one up, anyone looking for an at-home/online job, I'm slammed and need help. And then she's got daily, weekly, monthly income, 3 positions available. Like something super simple like that, color background. I did the one the other day, is anyone looking to make an extra income on the side, whether it be full-time or, just a little extra. And just something short and simple. And you guys, like so many people that I never talk to are commenting on that. And I feel like it just kind of attracts different people, different kinds of posts. So it's super important to change it up. So that was another one I really liked, was that hook post. So that is that one, their second one.
Yeah. The third option is think about what almost held you back with this business. Or if you watched for a long time, what did hold you back? Were you afraid that you were going to fail? Were you afraid you'd have no support? Were you afraid that you were going to lose your money? What were you afraid of? Okay. And I want you to write about it. And the same type thing of, I know how you feel. I know you're afraid that people are going to judge you, because I felt the exact same way. But here's what I found. I found that our team is super supportive, and there's so many people here to love you and to guide you to success, right? So you're going to target those people that they're feeling, right? Because you felt the same way. I was afraid of being judged. That was my number one thing. So think of that. What almost held you back? And post about that. And don't be afraid to, when you're writing out a post for the first time, like you're like, hey, I'm going to write my first business post, like all on my own. Don't be afraid to send it to your enroller or your diamond upline or one of us or whoever, and just say, hey, how do you think this looks? We'll tell you, we'll say, this part looks awesome. Let's tweak this a little bit. There's nothing wrong with that, because that's how you learn. So, okay, cool. Next, go ahead, Lindsay.
So the other one is sharing other success. I know whenever I was new and I was like, I don't even know what to say. Like I just started, like, how can I even talk about what the business is doing for me or what it's even going to do? I don't even know what the heck I'm really doing. Sharing other people's success was huge because people love to see that people are being successful. So even if it's just something, and this is something huge, we used to do this all the time when I was newer, was when there was promotions happening, even if the distributor wasn't on my team, I was sharing it. I would be like, oh my gosh, check out Courtney. She just went Ruby. I'm so excited, and put a picture up, or whatever it was. And we did that all the time, or shopping sprees, anything like that. But it was just showing that people in the business that I just joined, that I'm a part of, are being successful. If people are, I feel like it's weird. I feel like I need to watch what I say, but just with the way that our wording has to be now. But if you see a leader or someone on your team that's sharing something that the business has done for them specifically, there's nothing wrong with you sharing that and then shouting it out and just being so dang excited. Because again, you can borrow other people's success until you have your own. But what's really awesome is people are going to be seeing that and be like, oh, dang, like she just posted that she's a part of that business. Oh, look at what people are starting to do. Like, that's so awesome. So just sharing other people's success is something so huge, and that you can do no matter if you are brand new in this business or you've been in for years. You can share that success, and not only does it boost up the person that you're shouting out and showing that support, but also it's showing people that people are successful in this business. We're not just talking and be like, oh yeah, like people are making money or whatever. Like, you're showing people what it can do.
Yeah, and you guys, if you check the 2020 Vision Casters, you'll see people getting shouted out on there about if they're promoting or they got their shopping spree or whatever it is, you'll see that. Just be careful. Don't post any specific numbers that we're making or things like that, because we can't do that. But also make sure, like we said earlier, that you are putting that income disclosure statement with every single business post. So the last one, Lindsay, do you want to talk about that too? Because I know that was one that you brought up, was like the why and the where.
Well, I think I kind of touched on it a little bit before the why you join, and then where you're going. So like when you're brand new, say you just joined, say I joined this business because I wanted to, and then so far, I've already met such a supportive group of women. I'm already working on my own health and wellness journey, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I kind of touched on that earlier.
No, that's totally fine. I mean, it's just different ways that you can talk about what the business has done instead of being like, I make all this money, blah, blah, blah. Because I know that's such a tough thing to do in the beginning. So the next thing that you want to post about every single day is products. So there are ways to post about products and there are ways not to post about products. So at the end of this Zoom, we're going to talk about specifically things, what not to post, what not to do. But as far as things, what to do with products, okay? One way that you can do it, and my favorite way, is take a selfie with the product. So if you had a coffee mug, you could just take a picture with your coffee mug, right? And say what you're using and why you're loving it, okay? And if you have your own personal before and afters, put them in the comments of that post. If you have someone else's before and afters, put them in the comments of that post. But if you're someone that you're like, I haven't gotten products yet, first, go onto your sample app, send yourself a sample of either the Skinny Brew, the Sleepy Tea, or both, so that you have some products to try for yourself. But if you don't have those yet, post about a product that you can't wait to try, and then tell them why. So when you're doing that, what I want to show you real quick, because it's not letting me screen share, I'm just going to kind of put my phone up to the screen. But say you really wanted to try the cleanse, right? You're like, I really, really want to try it. Here's a picture of what you could post. This is a tasteful picture. Looks nice, right? Like it's fruit, whatever. Is the lighting working? Okay, cool picture. Here's what you don't want to post. Things like this that are like, let me turn this off for a second. There we go. That have words, this is something that you would put on your story. This is not for your page. So when you're doing, if you were talking about the cleanse that you wanted to post, this is yes, that's no. Okay, cool. Go ahead, Lindsay, go to the next one.
Well, and I was going to add too, where you mentioned the selfie, because I love doing the selfie kind of thing. And for you guys who are on here and you're thinking, ew, I hate taking selfies. Like, no way. Whoa, I didn't know I had to show my face. It doesn't even have to be a picture of your face. It could like literally be you, like, pretend my face isn't on here, but holding your coffee cup and just saying like, made my Skinny Brew this morning. Or something I like to do is take my picture, like pointing the picture pointed down like towards my cup and just showing like the top of my coffee, something like that. It could be your hand holding your hair, skin, and nails that you're taking, whatever it is. If you're not comfortable yet with taking a total like selfie, but something, you guys, that I love, people love to see your face. And for whatever reason, it's super crazy, but when you post something and you're with your face on it, it makes people want to stop, want to look at it. And I feel like it just pulls them in more and be like, okay, like she's talking about loving these products. There she is with the product. So she must really love them. So maybe I should go ahead and try them. And then, so posting, I cannot talk. Corporate approved before and afters, you guys. I love showing what the products can do. I love telling people how much I love them, what it's doing for me, but I love showing results. People want to see results. And, you know, I know some people are like, oh, before and after pictures, but you guys, like, it helps people connect. It helps that person that's sitting there thinking, gosh, can I really get results from these products? They might see a before and after that you're sharing, and they're going to be like, oh, dang, like, that's kind of how I look, you know, or that's, oh man, I need to get rid of that spot of my tummy too. That girl did it with those products. Maybe I can do it too. So it just allows them to kind of put themselves in that position and think, okay, what if this can work for me too? So it's super important though, using those corporate approved before and after pictures. And Courtney, I think you were gonna, maybe you didn't, but had something to show some of those or how to access some
So
of
it's
those.
let me screen share as we saw earlier, but when you go onto Pinterest, you can search It Works Global and you'll see our green logo. You can click on that. That's our corporate team's Pinterest page, and you'll see a bunch of different before and afters on there. Make sure when you are posting a before and after that it has the corporate logo. It's fully compliant because we want to make sure people know, they see that and they know it's real. Okay, it's not just some random Joe Schmo from Google that lost weight, right? Like they need to see that it's a real thing. So something Melissa said in the comments that I forgot to mention, we were talking about the selfie, but it's so true. Do not feel like you have to get all dolled up and do your hair and makeup to take a selfie, okay? I swear the ones that get the most traction is when I look like a hot mess that didn't even brush my hair yet. Like when my hair is like somewhere over here, like I got yesterday's mascara under my eyes, people are like, oh, cool, that's what I look like too. Because if you look perfect, people can't relate to you. So don't feel like, okay, like I have to take a picture with coffee. Let me go get ready for 2 hours first. And then like, we'll be perfect. And then let me edit it again. No, like just be you, because that's what people want to see. They want to be able to relate to you and be like, cool, I look like a hot mess in the morning too, right? That's fine. So the next way that you can post about products is very similar to what I call the hook post for distributors. It's just a short and simple questioned post that's behind that colored background, like we said before. So my Facebook currently isn't loading. I don't know why, but something very simple like, I'm looking, oh, here, it finally loaded. Here's one that I just put up before. If you could take one tablet at breakfast, one tablet at lunch for the next 90 days, lose an average of 30 pounds, would you do it? So very simple, colored background, it's going to catch their eye. That is something called a hook post, okay? That is another easy way to do that. There's so many different things you can post about with the hair, skin, and nails. That one that I just showed you was Thermophyte X, but so many different things you can turn into those short, simple, colored background posts. So those are your first two, business and products, okay? What I want to say here that I forgot to mention earlier, if you're brand new, there is something called 30 days of posts in our Vision Casters page. If you go into there, you click units, it's in unit 2. We have 30 days of posts written out for you. Guess what? We have a business post for you, a product post for you, and an extra post for you. All set for you. So you can kind of see different ways to post, what wording looks like, stuff like that, that you know, okay, this is a good post. And that's going to help you learn. So make sure you go check that out. If you're in your first 30 days, that's an awesome resource for you to kind of dip your feet in the water with posting until you feel super confident in writing your own posts. So Lindsay, do you want to talk about the last thing that we want to post every day?
Yeah, so the next thing we're going to do is anything that's not really about the business. Okay, so it's super important, as I mentioned before, like to space out your post, but it's also super important to change them up. You don't want to just be it works, it works, it works, it works every single day, all day long. You want to show people you're a real person and that you're not just an it works robot. Okay, so besides your business post, besides a post about it, the products, you're also just going to post random things, and that's maybe going to be a giveaway post. You know, we have these really amazing host of posts thing. I don't even know what I was going to say. We have this really thing called a host of posts, but we're doing those giveaways, you guys. Huge way to grow your business, grow your network. That's a great one to do. Do a positive quote, a funny meme, an interaction post. Sometimes it's great just to do a post just to see who's out there and watching, you guys. And it's just, I did one the other day asking, does Santa Claus wrap presents? Or does your Santa wrap his present? You know, whatever it was. And Great, lots of comments. But then also just like what you're doing in life. You know, if you went and looked at Christmas lights with your family tonight, I did one last night of me and my family watching a movie together. And it was just a picture of the TV screen and that, like, our Christmas tree was there, and just saying I was watching TV with my family. Maybe it's a picture of you and your kids, but it's just showing people that you're a real person and that you're living a life that's not all about it works and all you care about isn't it works. Okay. Because again, that's going to help people connect to you. That's going to help people feel like they know you, almost like friends with you. Like, and it's like, oh, wow, oh my gosh, I see her on Facebook all the time. You know, I feel like I know everything about her. I know some things about her. And I feel like that's huge because that's going to make people, when you do put your It Works post up, they are going to kind of pay attention a little bit more because it's like, okay, I follow her all the time. I see her post all the time. But again, like, you just want to show that you're a real person and you want to break up your Facebook page. Super, super, super important. Courtney, do you want to go before I
Yeah,
keep
for
rambling?
sure. You're for sure. So one thing that we forgot to mention with business and product posts, if you do like a what I called the hook post for business, make sure your next post is not a hook post for products. You want to do those colored backgrounds max once every like 3 to 4 days. Okay. You don't want those to be your everyday post for everything. Make sure you do different types of posts. But as far as random, you guys have fun with it. Post pictures of your kids, of your pets, of your dinner, of your outfit, or whatever, or ask random questions. Like for me the other day, I needed a new mascara and I was just going to go buy one, but I was like, oh, I can make this an interaction post. And I just posted, hey, does anyone have a favorite mascara you can recommend me? Right? People love to tell you their opinions. So ask random questions. If you're like, oh, I need a new restaurant to go to, where do we go for dinner? If you need new recipes, I need new dinner ideas, things like that. But like Lindsay said, you can do quotes, you can do interactive things. I did one a while ago that you've probably seen it on your Facebook, but one that was like, how do you fold your towels? Like 1, 2, or 3, that one always blows up. If you want people to get in a little bit of a fight, do one, do you do your toilet paper over or under? That one gets lots of comments. People get real feisty about their toilet paper. I don't know why, but tons of different things like that. And on Pinterest, you can search interactive posts for Facebook and you're going to see tons. Okay. Alyssa just said in the comments, getting your hair or nails done. People love to pick a nail color for you. I don't know why, it's just a thing. The other things you can do is just like funny memes. Those go over well if you're a funny person. And like Lindsay said, just stuff that you're doing throughout the day. Like the other day I posted that I was laying out my wedding flowers because that's my network. I talked to the newlyweds, right? That's something they would do. Just different things. Like, are you going shopping? What is that? Like different things that show that you're a real person. That's the huge thing. Make sure your random posts have nothing to do with It Works. Don't like kind of try to tie in the business or kind of try to tie in a product. No, like just completely random. And if you feel like your business and product posts aren't getting enough interaction, it's probably because you're not doing enough random posts. You're probably doing too many products or too many business posts and you're starting to look a little bit too commercially when that's not what we want. Okay. So make sure you are showing your face, you're showing your life and what's important to you. So let's get into what not to post. Lindsay, you want to start with that?
Yeah. One other thing though, I was going to say really quick about kind of like to tie in with all of posting. Don't gauge your audience by how many likes and comments you get, or don't gauge your interest. So I know like sometimes we might do an It Works post and you're like, I had like 4 comments on this and it was like my upline, 2 of my friends and myself. And you're like, this sucks, nobody's interested. And then you post a picture of your cat and you get like 525 likes and you're like, oh my gosh, nobody cares about It Works. I can't do, don't do that, you guys, because 90% of my customers and distributors never liked or commented on a post. They like, or on my It Works post, they're like secretly watching for whatever reason. They don't want you to know that they're interested. So don't get bummed out when people aren't blowing up your likes and comments on your It Works post, you guys, because I promise you they are over there watching. You just have to keep doing the post, keep showing them because they are watching. And if you're sprinkling in those random posts and just being you, they're going to keep watching you. And you're going to know because you're going to have like a bunch of likes and comments on those. And you're like, okay, I know they're seeing my other posts, but they're just not letting me know it. So just remember that.
Yeah, you guys.
So as we're telling you all the great things, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, it's super important not to judge it based off of your likes and comments. You guys, I watched my enroller for over a year and I never liked or commented on anything until one day I commented and joined on the spot. You do not know who's watching you. So please, please, please do not get discouraged if you're like, I posted like all the right things for a week and I don't have any comments or likes. It's okay. People are watching, I promise. Yeah, Ashley Renell said no for 36 months. That's 3 stinking years, you guys. You don't know who's watching. If you feel like you're really, really struggling with interaction, though, make sure you're constantly growing your network. That's just something that I say. We're not going to go really into that. Ask your enroller how to grow your network, though, but that's super important. So go ahead with what not to post.
Well, in Envision Casters last night, Lauren did a great Zoom on growing your network. So you can go back into Vision Casters and watch that today. So super, super good. I did watch some of it today and I was like, yes, yes, yes. So we talked about all the things you should post and all the things you should talk about, but there's a couple things we want to stay away from. We want to don't post anything negative. You know, I feel like right now, especially, there's just so much blah. Like we want to keep things positive. Like we want to be the light. I feel like, at least I do, on somebody's Facebook feed. Like I want to bring laughter, happiness, hope, whatever it can be to someone every single day. So I try to steer away from things that are negative. And also, like, you know, we're talking about this business and how amazing it is and how it's changing our life and how we're so excited about all the things coming. And if I make a post about that and then my next post is blah, everything sucks, I want to crawl in a hole, like, bye, you know, it doesn't really go together. It's not fluid. And I, you know, again, sometimes I have those days, okay? But I don't want to post that on my social media. I'll go call one of my friends. I'll go talk to one of my enrollers. I'll go, you know, whatever I have to do to kind of get that out. But I don't want to put that on social media because, again, like I want to be the positive. I want to be the light. So I want to stay away from things that are negative. And, you know, that doesn't necessarily bring everybody in that we want to bring into this business. You know, like I feel like people like positive. Something else like I try to stay away from is controversial topics. You know, I know we all have our opinions. We all have the right to our opinions. But again, like we're in a business, a people business, and I don't want to turn someone away from being a part of this business or being able to help them with their health and wellness goals because of a view that I have might not align with them, or maybe they have views that don't align with mine. I put all that aside and I just don't focus on that. I feel like social media for me isn't the place where I want to have a hardcore debate about controversial issues. So I try to steer away from those things. Now, if you want to have something that's like, do you put pineapple on pizza? Yes or no? That could be a controversial issue, but I feel like it's a fun one. Same thing for the toilet paper. Courtney said people can be kind of crazy with their toilet paper. So just kind of like, you know, you don't want to be, I feel like, posting about the hardcore issues that we might be facing in the world right now.
Yeah, so true. It's y'all, I ain't kidding about the toilet paper. It gets wild. I think the last time I posted, I had over 500 comments. It was wild. I don't know what happened. It's weird. It's weird. Don't mess with the way they
That's
put
awesome.
paper on.
500 people though that are watching your post. So
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah. So one thing, if you hear anything other than the IDS, if you hear anything, do not share things on your wall. Yes? Say, I understand in the chat. I understand. Do not share things. Please, please, please do not share things. Okay. It is horrible for your Facebook. You will notice a direct correlation. If you're sharing things, you no longer get likes or comments. Okay. Because what happens is you're telling Facebook, hey, I just shared something, so I'm not writing my own stuff. So when you do, Facebook's like, oh, cool, this isn't her own content, so I'm not going to post it. So then guess what? No one sees anything. Do you want that? No. Do not share anything. If you are scrolling past, go ahead, Lindsay.
Well, I was going to say, and especially do not share another It Works distributor's post to your page, because I say Courtney posts something and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love that product post that she posted, and I share it to my wall. I feel like to my Facebook friends, they're going to be like, that's going to say, oh, hey, look at this product that Courtney is talking about. And that's going to pull them to Courtney. And, you know, they could be going asking Courtney about those products. I don't want that. I want people to come to me. I want to be the one sharing the stuff. So if you see something that someone else posted and you really like it, you can always copy and paste it, tweak the wording, make it your own post, and then repost it. Okay. So don't share another It Works distributor's post, especially like about looking for product testers or people to join the business, anything like that.
Yeah. So with sharing, a lot of times the things that people share, it's like something funny or relatable, right? Those are the things that when you start, you're kind of like, that's people's tendencies. That is something that's really awesome for you to use as a random post. So instead of clicking the share button, what you're going to do, if it's a picture, you're just going to save it and you're going to use that as your next random post. So it can still go on your wall. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just the actual share button is so bad. The other thing that I want you to do that's your homework is ask your enroller, how do you turn on your tag notifications for your profile? Because a lot of times people will tag you in random nonsense and you want to make sure that doesn't go to your timeline, because you want your timeline, like here's mine. There is nothing on there that is not something I posted. I don't want anything that I didn't post. Okay. So you want to make sure, I get tagged in stuff all the time, but you want to make sure you have those like approval on. I think it's called approval. I don't know, but you want to make sure you have that on so that not everything goes to your Facebook page. Okay, cool. So last couple things, Lindsay, go ahead.
Wait, okay. So that's the end of my notes.
That's okay. There was just a couple other things that we kind of touched on. Was don't post pictures with words. Okay. I'm going to show a couple examples of things that if you go on Pinterest and you search It Works, do not post it. Okay. Here are some like this. This was one of the first pictures that came up. Y'all, none of these products, they don't look the same anymore. That's not what our products look like. Okay. This, do not post something like this. If it looks like it could come from corporate, black and green, these types of things, do not post them. If you want to take some ideas from it, that's fine, but do not post those things. Yes. Another thing, say yes, I understand in the chat, because you do not want your Facebook to look spammy. You don't want to go to someone's, like if someone's adding you from host to post and they go see this, they're gonna be like, oh, she's just trying to sell me something. But if she sees your face, that's different. Okay. So make sure you're not posting anything with words. And the last thing, make sure you're not posting too often. Okay. Make sure you're not posting like 6 times in the matter of 10 minutes. Because like we said, I know we said it earlier, but it is so hard for your Facebook to show anybody your post if you're posting that often. That's why I try to post like morning, lunch, nighttime, because then my posts don't interact with each other. They don't compete. Make sure you stick to those things. So is there any last minute things that you wanted to touch on, Lindsay, or does anyone have any questions that they want us to answer?
My last thing is just to be you. You are going to have the most success in this business. And I've been in for 7.5 years. So I feel like I can kind of say that if you're just yourself, you guys, that is going to draw people in to your journey. It's going to draw people in to want to have you be the one helping them through their goals. Okay, you guys, like people can really tell when you're being genuine. So just be you, no matter if it's like awkward, shy, funny, sarcastic, whatever it is, a hot mess. Courtney, you know, she feels like when she, like her not getting her ready for the day and my getting ready for the day are like the same thing. And I'm like, wow, okay, I tried really hard to look this good. But, you know, people are going to love you and you're going to bring the people into your business because of you. Okay. So just remember that, like, just be you. If I could just shake every single person, that's just what I would want you to take away from tonight too, is just be genuinely you and you're going to be successful.
Yeah. I have 2 last minute things that I want to say. One, if you are going to any other It Works distributors pages and grabbing some inspiration from their post, please do not copy and paste it directly, because it's very similar to your Facebook algorithm and theirs as the share button, because Facebook says, hey, this is the exact same post, which means once again, nobody's seen either of them. Okay. Make sure you're not copying and pasting exactly. Change some words, use different pictures, use different fonts, emojis, whatever. And the last thing that I want to leave you with is be consistent with your posting. Okay. Don't post today and then not for 3 days and then post the next day and then post for 3 days straight and then not post for a week. You need to post every single day. Okay. In the beginning, you have those 30 days of posts. You have no reason not to post. Go on there, copy those, put those up. You're done, right? Morning, afternoon, night. You know what to do there. So important to be consistent. You guys, consistency is what's going to make you either make it or break it. Okay. Being consistent is everything in this business, not just posting, but every part of it. Being consistent is where you're going to see things add up. So I hope this was helpful for you. I'll put this up on my YouTube tonight. It is streamed live into our Vision Casters page, but we'll see you tomorrow for night 2 of Spirit Week. Bye.